chance that there is going to be a rollback of DraftKings, Polymarket, all these sites in this ambiguous legality?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that there are members of both parties interested in this shows you that this is one of the rare things that actually might get passed through Congress. The big question is the president going to support it? And I think one of the big things there is who has his ear on this issue, or who is going to be trying to vie for his ear, because he can be convinced, I think. I don't know that he's convinced right now. I also don't know that it's at the top of his radar with the war in Iran and all of the other things going on. But yeah, certainly this is an issue that both sides care about, and for that reason alone, it's one of the rare things that could actually happen.
Right, and this is sort of the moment, right? The Super Bowl, March Madness, these huge betting night times. Dave Ramsey talking about how the betting markets and the ability to do it on your phone is ruining the lives of so many young men.
The fastest growing addiction that is destroying young men in their 20s is online sports gambling. FanDuel is a portal to hell. DraftKings ain't king of nothing except their own pocketbook, and they're screwing an entire generation of young men.
Darren, is he wrong?
Well, I'm not here to defend sports gambling, but I think we live in a dopamine nation. If it's not sports gambling, it's Bitcoin. If it's not Bitcoin, it's opening packs of cards. If it's not opening packs of cards, it's opening blind boxes. And so, I think that sports gambling is one of the pieces, but it certainly isn't the only piece.
That's a good point. Are you seeing, I would say, a nervousness inside this industry of maybe they overstretched a little bit?
Well, I would say the prediction markets are kind of scary, right? Like when you're doing a parlay on betting on war and parlaying that with will Florida win tonight, that's a little bit crazy. And I think what we've seen certainly is the fact that, now people are using the information that they see when they see an insider bet on something, and then they actually have that affect real markets. Like today, when you have that the war is going to end by March, and that bet on Kalshi is high, and that's a big bet, and then all of a sudden that actually affects commodities, and oil drops to 85. That's very interesting, which is why Kalshi today said that they're going to try to ban some insider trading markets, because insider trading is dangerous, especially when you look at it as a leading indicator.
Yeah, well, and for a while, both Polymarket and Kalshi was sort of advertising that they didn't believe that insider trading was bad. They thought it was a good thing. But there's this prediction markets where you can bet on anything, the weather, on. And then there's the online sports books. That's DraftKings, MGM Bets, FanDuel, all the things on all the apps on your phone. Here's some of their commercials.
It's got an NFL offer.
Don't play with me.
Think I'm gonna take it.
Aren't you a little too old to be playing football?
Soon the whole bar was pulling for that bar. Make it a place you'll never forget. BetMGM Sportsbook. I love betting on the NBA with FanDuel, especially when I've got the world's greatest basketball mind on my side. What's up, Chuck GPT?
There's so many live options to bet on, like Seattle or New England, next TD.
So bet on all the twists and turns.
Did members of Congress, when they legalized gambling and when all this happened, realize what was happening?
No, I don't think that they realized how huge it would become. I also think, speaking as somebody, not a White House correspondent, as somebody who used to play professional tennis, this is sort of only the start of addressing some of the problems. I think a lot of professional athletes would argue that there are safety concerns with some of these gambling and concerns of, hate mail that you get oftentimes that have not been addressed.
Well, there's professional athletes getting paid off. There's college athletes
exactly,
getting paid.
And so this is sort of, I think, step one, but there's a lot of other issues that really haven't even been talked about in Congress or in Washington that haven't yet even been addressed.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.